Yes,
Yes,
and
we're
there's
there.
the blaze. Oh, this is exciting.
This is phenomenal. It is amazing.
And at any moment now, those thrust levels work through. And our picture there, can we see it take off? Can we got confirmation? And there we have it. Yes, we have liftoff of OneWeb Launch 8. Look at it go in that fantastic setting. Oh, it's almost sort of looking glowing red out there, isn't it, Maurizio? Maurizio, tell me, how are you feeling?
Well, it's so exciting. This is the pinnacle, of the effort of the entire OneWeb team and our partners, from design engineers, commercial, human resources, legal, assembly in Florida, the team at the launch site. It's a fantastic teamwork. And let's see, the next how the next stages are going. Right now, we are in the ascent phase, so the boosters are doing all the work, pushing up against the Earth's gravity, and they will burn in just under 2 minutes. Precisely 1 minute and 58 seconds.
Well, you can see that. It's becoming increasingly like a little dot in the distance as we say goodbye to it on Earth. How fast is it going right now?
So, as you've seen, it's been a fantastic scene, with the sunset in the background, all the red background, very, very scenographic. So the rocket now is increasing its speed, and right now the satellites are experiencing a constant acceleration. It's about 4G, which is similar to riding an extreme white-knuckle roller coaster. We are launching in plane 1 of our constellation today, and there's still a long way to go. So as we said, 4 hours journey before all the 36 satellites are released.
Okay, so we're not there quite yet. Vincent, can you explain how are you getting information from the rocket?
Yes, Georgie, so indeed we are getting the information from the teams in the CVI. So CVI in French, it is the Control Visual in Media. So this operational team is tracking the launcher and receive the telemetry data from it. So consequently, the team can confirm when major events have occurred during the flight.
Okay, well, we have had a successful liftoff, but this is just the start of the journey. What happens next, Maurizio?
So we're looking forward to receiving confirmation of the jetson of the boosters. That will happen after they've burned all the propellant. We don't need any more, and that is all part of our plan of shedding weight.
Great. And Vincent, when do we actually reach maximum acceleration, and why is that really important?
Yes, so we have the maximum acceleration level at the end of the first stage flight phase. So this first stage of the launch vehicle consists in 4 boosters around the core, the central core, so 45 tons each, and each powered by one RD 107, A engine, producing a total thrust of 340 tons at liftoff.
Great. And I know that there's now moving into the fairing separation. So that's 30 seconds, Maurizio, until that happens. Can you talk us through what we can expect when that takes place?
Yes, we're just literally a few seconds away. Right now, there are 36 OneWeb satellites that are sitting at the top of the Soyuz launcher. The fairing is protecting them as a shield in these initial phases of the ascent. The fairing has several jobs. Most notably, it's protecting the satellites from severe conditions of the launch and atmosphere.
Great. And I can just say that actually we have got confirmation that the fairing separation has happened. So this has already taken place.
You could see that in the image as well. So there's also acoustic vibration at liftoff, friction when the launcher is flying through the dense part of the atmosphere at very high speed. At present altitude, there's no more atmosphere. So we don't need to maintain the fairing on the launcher to protect the satellites. The launcher is liberated once again from dead weight. And for the first time, if we could be there, we'd be able to see our satellites. The satellites are attached to a central dispenser in a configuration that resembles a corn kernel in a shape that looks like a truncated pyramid. And that is the configuration that maximizes the number of satellites inside the fairing itself. So
okay,
we are now at the end of the second stage phase, right, Georgie?
So we're at the end of the second stage. We're about to go into the next stage. Is that right? Vincent, can you talk to us a little bit about what is happening there?
Yes, so the second stage will be separated in few seconds, and it will be the turn of the third stage to burn. So this third stage is powered by one early 124 engine, producing a thrust of 30 tons. And this third stage will burn from approximately 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
And Vincent, can you confirm that the second stage has been done?
Yes, and I confirm that the third stage has been ignited successfully, yes.
Fabulous. Okay, so as we sort of wait for that second burn of over 4 minutes, can you talk us through what we can expect for the remainder of the mission?
Yes, so the today's mission of the Soyuz started with the 4 booster phase for a duration of two minutes. And after their separation, the second stage of the launcher took the reins during less than 3 minutes. So the fairing is then jettisoned. A few seconds before separation of the core stage, the third stage is ignited and the central core is then separated. 9 minutes and 22 seconds after liftoff, the third stage is separated from the nose module. So the nose module includes the frigate upper stage, the dispenser, and the 36 OneWeb satellites. The frigate upper stage mission will start with a first ignition of its main engine in order to reach the intermediate transfer orbit, followed by a long ballistic phase. A second ignition will be performed for circularization and injection into the satellite separation orbit. And the satellite release sequence will start with first the separation of the 4 satellites integrated on the top conical part of the dispenser, and then successive separation of the 32 satellites integrated on the cylindrical part of the dispenser from the top row to the bottom row, and 4 satellites at once. So as illustrated on the 3D animation, it means that 9 separation events are necessary for the complete release of the 36 satellites. And between each separation event, the sequence is identical, so 19 minutes, which consists in a series of maneuvers. First, a tilting of the nose module, then a boost of the frigate attitude control system with a very small delta V during few seconds in order to ensure enough distance between the satellites and then avoid any collision. Then a new tilting of the nose module to the required orientation for the satellite separation, and then the separation ordered by the frigate upper stage. It is a smooth separation ensured by relaxation of separation specific separation spring. So the end of this complex release occurs a little bit less than 4 hours after the liftoff, with the 9th and the last satellite separation.
Great. Thanks so much, Vincent. Really great to get that overview of what kind of journey awaits the OneWeb satellites. Now, Maurizio, we've discussed stage 1 and stage 2. Can you tell us what is next?
Well, launch phases are always extremely exciting, and now we're looking forward to confirming stage 3 separation. While we're waiting for that, let's also take a moment to highlight that we are in the process of deploying our ground network infrastructure, the key elements of which are the satellite access portals. They are distributed in a network across the globe that will enable commercial service introduction and continuous connectivity at latitudes higher than 50 degrees north by the end of 2021. But now we're coming closer to the frigate ignition.
Great. So, Vincent, let's get back to you. Have you got any updates on the progress so far?
Yes, so we are in the third stage flight phase, so everything is working nominally. So the next phase, so the third stage will be separated, and the frigate upper stage will be getting ready to switch on its main engine. So it will be the first step of the frigate mission, a step called the pre-burn phase. So during 55 seconds, it's giving a quick burst of acceleration to push the fluid back in the tanks, like when you accelerate in a car. So this first ignition enables to inject the nose module to the intermediate transfer orbit, which is an elliptical orbit. And the duration of this boost is just over 5 minutes. So I can confirm the cutoff now of the Soyuz third stage. And we will be able to confirm the frigate, the first frigate ignition in few seconds.
Brilliant. So it's all going to plan. Maurizio, talk us through what's going to happen next.
Well, Georgie, the next phase of the journey is about to start. The frigate is really the smartest part of the rocket with its own brain, and it will execute a series of separations, as explained by Vincent. It's like a school bus drop-off, as it will release 4 satellites per stop in a series of 9 separations in total. And note that our celestial bus has only 1 gear. And as after each drop-off it becomes lighter, the frigate will have to fire its engine for a shorter period of time after each separation. Once the satellites are released, the onboard computer wakes them up, and the team at the Satellite Operations Center takes control of the satellites.
And from there, I guess you guys will be one step closer to getting that 24/7 connectivity to the likes of Alaska and those other countries which are 50 degrees north.
Yes, absolutely.